So I'm putting myself on blast today. I've been single for 5 years, divorced for three. And I've gotten into like these little odds and ends relationships, but they're not really anything. And one thing that I realized about being single and dating is that the dating world is ghetto because men make it just that. And I must have, had a hard day one day and remembered just how much I hate dating. Because I went to go write in my journal the other day, and on a blank page, well, I suppose the page ain't blank, but on the page, all by itself, with an asterisk at the beginning of the sentence and at the end of the sentence, it says, "You don't make good decisions when you get lonely." Mm, if that's not a tale to tell, that is a great tale to tell. I do make bad decisions when I get lonely. I'm doing a puzzle right now too, so that's why I'm looking down. I make horrible decisions when I get lonely because see, when I feel lonely, I feel like, hmm, maybe I should go date. And then I put myself on a dating website and I'm like, first weekend, I'm always like, this shit sucks. No, no. On the first week, I'm always like, oh, this ain't too bad, and I do things, I text people, and I just think I'm little Miss Susie Sunshine while I'm out here texting these boys, feeling like I'm something special. I would definitely say by week two, I've had it. I've had it. I realized that dating sucks. These men all say the same thing. It is nothing has changed since when I was in my early 20s till now. And meanwhile, I'm trying to figure out why is it this bad? Why does it suck so bad? So as I've been observing and in the weeds of dating, what I have learned, and I had to do a little bit of research. I'm not even going to lie to you, because I said to myself, I said, men can't like women. I know for a fact they hate us. There's just no way that this is how this is going. And I did a little bit of research, and I found that men don't actually like women. After all this research that I've done, I've actually found that majority of men tolerate women. They lie to us. They utilize us so that they can have something to brag on. But then once you're in that relationship, you don't even feel like the girl that they want to brag about. And what I learned from a dude back in the day who I was kind of talking to, kind of not talking to, what I learned is a lot of men like to triangulate you with the other women. They like to try to make you feel as though, I don't know really what I want in life, or I'm just trying to find the wife that's for me. But that nigga, he not looking for the wife that's for him. He looking for the woman who's going to be okay with the fact that he wants to be up in you. He wants to be up in her. He wants to be up in them. He wants the whole thing. But he don't want nobody to be up in you. He don't want nobody to be up in her. He just wants you to be there for him and for her to be there for him and for the next girl to be there for them. And as I'm realizing this, I'm like, I personally would have thought that the dating scene would have changed a little bit, seeing as I'm older, right? I didn't expect for men in my 30s like me to still do the same thing that they were doing when we were kids. And what I've realized is that the dating scene, like I keep saying, is ghetto because of the men. And so when you see women, come around and say things like, well, I need a little bit of money. And it's like, well, damn, I didn't know we were being gold diggers. You're like, oh, they don't have any gold to dig. And they want this pee for free. And they not going to, when I give them my body, they're not going to honor it. They don't care. And this is what I'm learning with men in my 30s. Y'all don't care. You don't actually like her or me. You just want to have somebody around. Somebody who's going to rub your head at night, who's going to say nice things to you. Oh, baby, you're so handsome. Oh, you're so smart. And we say, yeah, whose is this? Whose is this? You want me to be like, it's yours, it's yours, it's yours. But you don't actually want this. No. And you don't actually want to claim this. You just want to know that You have the ability to come into it whenever you want to and leave whenever you want to. And this is my issue because in our 30s, I would not think that this is how men are. So now, take us back to this time where women have said, these nurses have said that in these nursing homes, men are the most loneliest ones. I believe it. I believe it because if you were doing the same shit in your teenage years, in your 20s, in your 30s, and in your 40s, I'm inclined to believe that women have left you and that you don't have anybody because I know you ain't good to your kids. Most of y'all ain't. Most of y'all are horrible dads, deadbeat daddies, the worst of the worst. So y'all out here being deadbeat daddies, deadbeat boyfriends, deadbeat homeboys, like deadbeat everything. Deadbeat everything. And I remember I told my homeboy one time, I said, the lies that men tell each other to make each other feel like they are the shit is crazy to me. Because the reality is, y'all are deadbeats and y'all are horrible boyfriends and y'all are even horrible male friends. But the reality is, when you sitting up there with your girl, you crying about what you went through when you was a kid. You crying about how your mama did you wrong. You crying about how your daddy abused you. You crying about all these things. And you getting this woman to really care about you. And she really loving you because that's what we do. We really out here loving people. We really out here caring for people. And you telling us, oh, my mama did this to me and my daddy did this. And we crying with you and we feeling with you. And we're feeling like we're having this moment together. And while we're having these magical moments, really what you're doing is you're crying like with one eye open. Is she believing me? She taking the trick? Yeah. Now that I got her heart and she loves me and she care about me and she care about my emotions, I'm finna wreck this bitch. I'm finna disrespect the hell out of her. I'm finna not pick up my phone. Well, you know what I'm finna do? I'm finna come to her house. I'm gonna get me some. Then I'm gonna go about my business for the rest of the weekend. I'm not finna call this girl. And when she call me, I'm gonna act like she's a burden. Yeah, I'm gonna treat her bad because she loved me now. She in the shits. And then, oops, I did her wrong. She done with me. No, baby, don't leave. You act a fool. Y'all act crazy. Then we stay and you go right back to treating us bad. I remember my ex-husband said some crazy shit to me back in the day. This is so embarrassing to even say, but I feel like we have to tell even our most embarrassing stories with how these men dogged us out, or we won't change as women. We have to be okay with the fact that niggas be out here dogging us out. Not that it's good, not that it's okay, but we have to admit that it happens so that we can tell the next girl. My ex-husband said to me one time, Tiff, when you speak, I only listen to every other word. I think he said every third word because I talk too much. And he could basically catch the gist of what I'm saying by just listening to every third word. Now, I wanted to punch him in his face. I did. I wanted to commit a lot of acts of violence. But I remember back in the day, I used to tell my ex husband, I go, you know, the way you act and the way you treat me, one day I'm not going to argue with you anymore. I'm just going to leave. And he starts like, stop threatening me. Stop threatening me. And I'm like, I'm not threatening you. I'm telling you, the way you treat me, one day I'm not going to argue with you anymore. I'm just going to walk away. And that's exactly what I did. And a year later, he was like, I don't want this divorce. Nigga, we getting a divorce because you disrespected me. Remember every third word. And this is the reality with men. Because I seen the study that said that it's majority women who go ask for these divorces, and men are like, yeah, because they don't love us and they don't respect marriage and did it. No, we go get a divorce because you lied to us. You made us think that you was a certain way. We got into this relationship with you. You made us think you were a certain way. You made us think that you loved us. You told us all these nice things. You bought my favorite flowers for me. You treated me like a princess. Oh my God, I got treated so good. You made me feel so special. And just when I was glowing and I was the brightest I could be and I felt so loved, you blue faced me. and you snatched all their good love away and you started treating me like shit. Because that's what men do. Because that's what men do. And ladies, I want you to remember it and I never want you to forget it again because I have gotten treated like shit enough for all of us. And I want to come out and I want to tell the truth and I want y'all to know, ladies, it's not you. Finish my puzzle. It's not you. Baby girl, you don't suck as much as you think you do. I seen something where a few men have said it's 2080. Majority of the relationships that are ruined are by men. They admit that 20% of the time it's the women and 80% of the time it's them. Girl, it's not you. And you're not going to die alone and sad like they said that you were. You're going to die peacefully. You're going to die with a glow on your face. You're going to die looking like the most beautiful angel in the world because you're going to die stress free, baby girl. Men bring lies, deceit, and stress. Give us a reason to choose you because the way it's looking, this whole lonely men epidemic, oh, it's going to continue for a real long time because we're tired of your BS. There's only two. There's only men and women. I don't care what the people with the mental health issues are talking about. There's only men and women. And since there's only two to choose from, I don't care if you were born a woman and you made yourself into a man. There's still only men and women. You can make yourself into a them and they. There's still only men and women. With that being said, if you don't want to be single and by yourself and lonely, you have to stop being the problem. And men, you are the problem. This is why we're choosing to not have any more children. And this is why women who don't have children are choosing not to have children. This is why our fantasies of getting married have died. There was a time where I thought I want to get married again. Oh my gosh. But then I remembered I want something that is not real, which is a good man. Y'all don't exist. And it's sad. Y'all need to get yourselves together because the way I see it, once who's after Gen Z? I think it's Gen Alpha. I don't know, but I'm telling you what I know. These next few, I'm a millennial. These next few generations, these young ladies ain't having it. Y'all gonna be real lonely because these young ladies aren't having it. And they would rather say no thank you and be by themselves and get the bag. Women weren't always about getting the bag, but we are now because it's like shit. As much as I dream about a good man, y'all don't exist. Get yourselves together. It's real sad out here.